Awesome. See, Becca's already here. I gotta find out. I gotta find me on the interweb. How do I switch users? Not right there. How do you do this? Hey, son?
Yeah?
All of a sudden, I don't know how to use this thing.
What thing?
This tablet.
This what?
This laptop thing, tablet thing.
You don't know how to use
the Yeah, tablet? It's stuck in your brother's account, and I don't know how to switch
Go
it.
down to the bottom right corner.
I did. It's not there.
He sets his stuff weird. I'll be there in a minute.
Thank you, sweetie.
Guys, I think we could get this. I think we got this.
Woo! Hi. I'm trying to find you guys on the thing so I can watch the chats because I have no idea if I missed chats or not.
Is he there?
I saw Rebecca's chat already this morning, but that was it. So good morning, everybody. Oh, Spot's here, Rufo's here. All right. There, I see some chats.
I gotta unbattery and rebattery it.
On Studio, not on YouTube. I just can't get out of my son's account.
You get there? You know, that was...
And he's got like homework and stuff here, so I don't know. I could probably just watch with his YouTube, really. Let's see if I can get in. Here comes Caden.
Trevin always sets his stuff weird and it's goofy.
At least just get me onto YouTube. Oh, thank you. I thought there was a thing that said switch users, but...
Guys, we almost had him too. We almost had
him. Yes, Rufo's going to be lurking. I think Rebecca's lurking too today. That's okay.
I think it's a specific type of minion because I also find myself in that situation sometimes.
Hey, Caden. Oh my goodness, son. Shh.
Mama wants me to be quieter.
Thank you, baby. All right, now we're getting going. The kids don't have school today. That's awesome, isn't it? And that's not what I meant to click. It is senior night tonight.
I don't know what that means, honestly.
So my oldest boy's last football game tonight. There it goes. So I have a busy day. All right. Now we're getting places. Ooh. See, we're getting places. Senior night was fun for Angie's daughter, she says. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I hope he's not too tired. He opted to go to work today and make some money. So hopefully he's not too tired tonight to play a good football game and have a lot of fun. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. He's looking forward to it. We're all looking forward to it.
Yeah, go stack them. I'm roofing up.
It's been a super busy couple of weeks for me. The band had a show. Well, we've had two now. We did one in Dunkirk a couple of weeks ago and one in Cupbank this last weekend. And there was a concert for my youngest guy last night, a music concert. So he's in choir. So they did a night out at the movies. They did movie themed songs and stuff. It was fun. Tonight's senior night. There was a craft show. After the Cupbank band gig, there was a craft show here in town that Rebecca helped me out with, and we did all right. We made some money at the craft show, so that was kind of fun. But I woke up. I don't even remember what day of the week it was, but I woke up in a panic, and I was like, where am I supposed to be today? What am I supposed to do today? What time is it? What day is it? So I've been stretching myself a little bit thin, but it's gonna, I get this weekend. There's no band gig this weekend, but there is next weekend. So hopefully, despite this busy week, I'll get a little bit of time to catch up and not be quite so crazy. Yeah, it was fun. Guys, remember the big death plate? We sold the big death plate. I'm happy it sold. I kind of miss it just a little bit, but I'm happy that it sold. So.
I'm getting off the ropes now.
Oh, hey, Soul. Good luck to you this morning. Yeah, I fully intend on just soaking it in this evening too at the football game. So, in fact, that's a little bit why I'm late today. I was like, I should get ready for this now instead of get distracted with you guys and be running late and stuff. So I went ahead and put some makeup on, and I have some hair thingies, and you guys can watch me do my hair later if you want. I know you guys have asked about how long is my hair, and I thought that would be kind of an odd but maybe interesting thing for you guys to watch me do my hair later. So it's all brushed and ready to go. We'll do that later. Mr. Chubby Hubby is here. Yes, hope all is well with you as well, Chubby Hubby, and all in the chat. Hope all is well with all you guys. Look, there's an agate in my heart today. How cool is that? Yeah, it's busy here, I was just saying, and I love it. I love it that it's busy. I've still managed to be cutting a couple of rocks in the older saw, and I don't know if they're really worth talking about or not. Like, I've got the ends of one here. I don't know. We have more exciting things to talk about, I think, right now. For example, the Tumbler's finally finished. We'll see if Jeff pops in this morning, because I did put one of Jeff's. It's all we're talking about. Sure, Angie, sure. We'll see how long we go today and what happens here today, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I did put one of Jeff's rocks in the Tumbler. It turned out so cool. I'm so excited. And mostly just a load of pet wood. I put in brother's saw trimmings, some agate saw trimmings from some stuff that he was doing, and they turned out really fun. So we'll look at those close up. Yeah, I was seeing that too, Mr. Chubby Hubby. Chubby Hubby says that I might have to run a bushing in my saw, and just to get the right blade, because everything is like 1/2 inch to 5/8 bushing or whatever, or 1 to 5/8 bushing. And I ran some bushings on my high tech on my 6-inch saw before, and I was not super thrilled. It was kind of a pain in the butt to set up. It was kind of not the most reliable thing. I didn't really think I loved it. I took the blade off older saw and looked at it, and it's got a bushing on it. And I love the way that blade cuts. So that's made me kind of want to revisit some of the stuff that I've put in the shopping cart to debate later as well, Mr. Chubby Hubby. So we may be a little closer to experimenting with some new blades than we were before. Just because it kind of, like I say, opened my mind a little bit to, well, that one worked wonderfully. And in fact, the bushings on the 6-inch blades, they're smooth. They're like completely smooth, and then the blade fits over the top of it. And I feel like that leaves some room for some play, where the blade that's on older saw, it's an MK blade, and the bushing inside of it is ribbed. It's like jaggedy, and they lock together. So that was like genius idea, whoever came up with that. So somebody give that guy a gold sticker, little gold star sticker. He deserves one. Or she, he or she, whoever created that. genius bushing. Like, duh, why wouldn't you do it that way? So anyway, now that I've kind of dug a little deeper into that and realized that this whole time I've been loving a blade with a bushing, I may go back and shop a little differently. Okay, hopefully that made sense to everybody.
Oh,
Spot in that joy your sarcasm. What did Spot say? Okay, well, you guys have asked about it, and it really doesn't take me too long, but it's kind of an interesting procedure to get all this hair to do something. So, Angie, they've mentioned it before that they've wondered about my hair, so I wondered if that would be some kind of an odd little thing we could just throw in at the end. Well, we'll do rocks and hair tutorial today. Soul and Rufo messaged Jeff. And he might be busy. He might be out driving. He might be out doing a delivery or something. So, do you have OBS for streaming? No. Should I? Really, so I have a younger brother. Like, I have two younger brothers. I have one that's like 2 years younger than me, and one that's like 10 years younger than me. And he's kind of a genius, and especially a techie kind of guy. And him and my oldest son is also kind of a little tech guru. So I've put them on the hunt for a new phone. Because you guys deserve better than this. We fight the image quality all the time. We fight. Okay, it's cracked. It's an S9. It's time to retire it and get you guys a nice sharp image. So for our co-stream thing, we can chat about it later. Sounds good, Rufo. Yeah, so we're taking that a little more seriously here. I'm pushing 500 subscribers, if you guys haven't noticed. No, we're just like a handful and a couple away from 500. So I always said that when I got there, I would invest in a new phone and hook it up so that I could do the 2-step verification and so that you guys could have a better image. So we're taking that kind of seriously in the near future. A tech upgrade. And what else is going on?
I got it. I actually traded out for a worse weapon.
Yeah, Rufo, like I say, kind of taking a step in that direction in the near future. So, yes, definitely want to chat about that soon. Thanks. I thought my youngest brother was doing some kind of like magic and sorcery. Like you guys know that I do my Zoom meeting with Topher Spin Meteorites. Check them out if you haven't. There's my plug. I was shopping last night for streaming setups. Awesome. I got a microphone with a little muffler on it coming too, so that when we go outside and stuff, it's not as windy, noisy for you guys. So that's on its way soon. Probably won't really get to try it out till next year, but we'll see.
There was a sword, but the other kid
what
took it.
was I say? Oh, I thought my brother did sorcery because I do my Zoom meetings with Topher Spin, and I was like, oh, I'm watching my Zoom meeting on my phone, and it's so sucky. And how could I'd like to be able to better participate and things like, and he screencast my phone to my TV, and I was like, what kind of insane sorcery is this? Oh, and get this. Okay. So I told Rufo that, by the way, the meteorite meeting is open to the public. And I know that you guys aren't necessarily as interested in meteorites as a lot of us nerds on the meteorite meeting are. But I thought, Rufo, he was kind of a little closer to the action than a lot of people. And maybe he would be interested in hearing the breakdown from the geeks themselves about the Osiris Rex. Oh, God. Osiris Rex. Yeah. Maybe NASA started a big orgy and they don't even know it. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for saying that. Anyway, I thought maybe he'd like to hear the Osiris Rex breakdown from the nerds, and I invited him to the meeting, and it was really weird because Rufo didn't show up, but some other stranger did. And so I'd kind of warned my group meeting mates, because we get a little bit weird sometimes if somebody pops in and we don't know who they are. And so I was like, hey, heads up, I invited somebody to the meeting tonight. They may or may not show up. No big deal. And then this person does show up. Okay. And so the Topher assumes that he is Rufo. And he's like, oh, I know you're here tonight because Allison invited you, and hey, welcome. And I was like, hang on just a second. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. I actually don't know this guy. I'm like, he's not my friend. I mean, maybe we could be friends, but that's not my friend. And he was actually really fun. If you go watch Topher Spin Meteorites, he just posted a video because this guy got on and said, thank you to all of us for helping him. He's got daughters who are getting ready to go into college, and it's good for them to see other women who are doing things who, you know, like geology based and astrobiology, astrophysics, astro everything. So he was like, thanks, we play you guys on our TV at home more than HBO or NBC or any of those channels. So it was really, it was nice to meet this guy, this stranger. And he gets done with his spiel, which Topher put the video out already. He got done with his spiel, and I was like, I knew we could be friends. So that was kind of cool. You missed out. Oh, it was fun, you know, but and like I say, I don't expect anybody to join his meetings because it is kind of a, you know, I mean, it's a niche thing, but you guys are welcome to if you ever want to learn more about meteorites. So
I see you.
Anyway, it was interesting. It was interesting how serendipitous that kind of was. Like, hey, there's going to be a new person at the meeting tonight. And then there was. And he was like a super fan. But it was really heartwarming, you know, to know that my whole thing with meteorites started trying to help my youngest son learn. He was into dino bones and meteorites and fossils and things like that. And we watched a lot of Meteorite Men on TV and things like that before we really got into the real nitty gritties of it and started watching Topher Spin Meteorites. So if it helped my kid and it helped his kids, how many other kids out there actually are watching this kind of stuff and maybe getting a little something out of it that is kind of cool. So anyway, and you never know, as Rockhound too, by the way, I've always said Theo, thank you, Theo Kellison, because we watched, when my kid was super young, we watched a Theo Kellison video on how to prep fossils, and he went ahead and got after a fossil with his Dremel tool, and polished it up, and man, that was one proud mama moment. But if it wasn't for Theo, my, you know, cool 10-year-old kid wouldn't have been over here prepping fossils with the Dremel tool. I wouldn't have never been able to help him do that, you know, the first time. So it was neat that we had Theo's videos to watch and learn from too. So you just never know. Rockhounds, YouTube creators, influencers, creators. I prefer creator over influencer. You never know what you're creating and what it's doing to the peoples. So anyway, that was kind of a deep dive. That was our early morning rant. It was not early morning here, but that was our beginning of our coffee and rocks rant. You guys want to look at some rocks? Oh, you guys want to look at some cab work I've done recently? Get the hair clippies out of the way. I'm not sure. I don't remember how many of those I needed. 6 or 8. I don't remember. Okay, let's see. We'll turn you guys around. It's gonna do the thing. I'm sorry. And like I say, I apologize. My kid doesn't have school. Is your email your PayPal as well? I don't have PayPal, chubby hubby.
You're kind of right, honestly.
I have a Cash App, if that's helpful. Okie dokie. Oh, that's just a little teeny tiny teaser.
No, boom boxes, they destroy everything, remember? You want to use it on the obelisk.
Oh, get you guys into my homemade light box here.
Well, they also destroy obelisks.
Hey, son.
I think you could use it on the box.
Caden?
Yes, Mom?
You know you're getting a little noisy out there, my man. Sorry, guys. Ka-clunk, ka-clunk, shakety shake. Okay, they all just fell down, which is fine because we're going to take them down and look at them anyway. Alrighty. Here's where things get interesting because I get to start the, hey, Andrew's in the house. And Al, good morning, guys, or afternoon if that's what it is where you're at. Kaden, could you bring me the charger, please?
How low is it?
It's fine, just when you get a second.
Yeah.
Okay. See if I can get you guys in here just a little bit better.
We're kind of shredding.
There. That's quite a bit better. It's not perfect. We're still seeing a little bit of the white edges of that photo box, but it's okay. So those are your teasers. We'll come back to those. Turn the volume down so everybody else is whispering. So you want to whisper too. Okay. Lurking again. Need. Okay, that's cool. Okay, no PayPal here either. Like, I'm gonna check up really quick. I need to pay more attention to how.
I have high hopes for this. Dude, it's a thing. You know it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Should remember this glass before. Jeff just popped in. All right, we'll put Jeff's agate in here right now.
Mass murdering happens. It might be a kill streak bonus, but we don't know.
It's all finished, Jeff.
Honestly, we're kind of wrecking.
The tumbler's done. I like this piece. So look at it this way, and I'm going to put my finger the way that this goes, but I'm going to put my finger just a little bit up so you can see the angle of the banding from this direction. We all agree it goes this way, right?
Oh, I'm going to die right here.
Let's turn it over. I'm not going to move my finger, I promise.
And you guys got this. You're so low.
And now the banding goes this way.
I died.
Agree, right? Maybe like that way, but either way. They do not go the same direction on both sides. That kind of twists in there somewhere.
Got it through a bit.
Why don't you just bring it in here? Unplug it and bring it in here, please.
Does that not work?
Kind of, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, like, don't know where I'm gonna put this where it fits this. Thanks, son.
Yeah.
There, we'll just stick it in here. Sorry, interruption. We had to plug the other device in so I could still see the chats. Okay.
Dude, I did most of them.
Son, seriously, you're so noisy.
Yes,
You might have to.
Shredding.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Excuse me just a
No,
moment.
Whenever I shot, I watched this.
Okay, you don't even hear me in there, please. Stop. It's a lot much. I can't even hear myself talk over you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, I apologize. Parenting. Okay. Get my fat hand out of the way. There we go. If you look just the right way through this, you can see, oh, there it is at about that angle. You can see from one end to the other through that little clear spot right about there.
There's a lot of XP, honestly, dude. It's a lot.
Like I say, you have to, hey, thanks, Spot, way to go. You have to hold it at just the right angle, because if you aim just for it's just not quite the right angle. You got to follow that twist that goes through there. But it's a beautiful, beautiful agate. The backlight, all in all, not this backlight in particular, but when you hold it up to the light in the house, it gets more of a pink color to it rather than that gray that you see when it's forward facing light like it is. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. I think Jeff has sent me a couple more agates similar to this, maybe even that may ultimately meet this same fate. We'll see. Okay. So yes, that is a stunner. And we'll pop right back over to glass really fast. Somebody said, Spot said, I think, they remember this piece before I wrapped it. And I think I might have brought it up last week that I was working on these, or maybe even the week before that I'd been working on cabbing some of these, polishing some of these edges out to make pieces out of these. So there's that one. I think I even said, let me know in the comments if your grandmother had a piece of this cup or this bowl or this. Like, I think I remember my grandma having drink cups that looked like this.
I'm at 500,000. Same. How much are you at, Dylan?
So yeah, if you think that piece of glass looks familiar from your grandma's kitchen in your childhood, let me know in the comment in the chat here. Here's a another one of the clear glass pieces. It's kind of scuffy, and I kind of had to let that go. It's like 100 years old after all.
I think it is, yeah, for the most part.
I should go back through here and polish off some of my fingerprints, but
Did you guys check my story? I found it pretty funny.
a jelly jar? You think your grandma had a jelly jar? You know, it might have been a...
No, I don't, never mind.
Grandma might have... They might have been jelly jars, and Grandma washed them out and we used them as cups. Is that maybe why? I don't... It seems so familiar, though, from my childhood, that piece, that first piece. Alrighty, moving on.
Don't forget to collect your elements. Oh, crap, the loop currently.
It might be the wire, but they look a shade different in color. The wires are... This one's blue, this one's green, this one's pink and gold, and those colors fade. It's actually one continuous wire that just goes from blue to pink to green to the glass. I mean, they look a different color. They look different shade and color. I mean, they're pretty clear. It might just be in the light box why they look so different. But that one turned out pretty. And that could be, I apologize, excuse me. That could be that it's picking up the wire color, and that the bubbles are in that glass are pushing that color. I sure do love this like sea green stuff. It's so stinking pretty.
I'd join them. I know Austin would probably join them.
I mean, it's not necessarily the most dazzling. It's just kind of a dull green. It's shiny on this side, shiny green on this side, but I do like it. My goodness, I just can't get that frog out of my throat. Probably means I need to have a sip of coffee. Hydrate. And I should have stopped while I was ahead, because I really like those pieces, and actually got a little weird with the top of this one, but I actually like the way that turned out. It's a little different. But like I say, I should have stopped while I was ahead. I like this piece of glass because down here at the bottom, it does that like pearly thing, and we had a hard time looking at the pearl luster last time in the live too. Ooh, there's a little bit of it. Seeing some of the green, yellow. I'd like to show you some of the pink color and blues and stuff. Oh, well. Anyway, my wire wrapping just kind of went a little downhill on this one, if you ask me.
Everybody come up here.
But somebody will love that little piece, regardless if it's my best wire wrapping job or not. So, and it looks like looks kind of just like it's like missing its varnish, and it's kind of like splotchy when you look at it straight on. But like I say, when it throws that rainbow of color, and the other piece doesn't do that, just this piece does. It's so stinking pretty. Thanks, guys. So there, I did that. That was fun. I got to do some more of those, and I'm really thinking that at our sale that we just did, the UV light stuff was a lot of fun for people. I don't think a lot of people really realize how many rocks and minerals are UV reactive. And so, like the little agates that glow green, they were a lot of fun for people to look at. That really kind of blew their minds, surprised them a lot. So my mission for this last Tumbler load that I started, gosh, do you guys even remember how long ago it was? I don't. We started it, we had some blowouts, we moved it over to Becca's machine, we finished it, like, my goodness. It's been such a long time ago. My mission in this batch was to do mostly all petrified wood. And like I say, we put some of Brother's agate ends, agate trims in with this stuff. But for the most part, we went all petrified wood. I'm going to put as much of it in here as I can. I think I'll get it all in here. And then I'm going to go refill my coffee cup really quickly. Oh, look at the end of that one. Look at the end of that one. All right. Okay, give me just a second. And I need to get caught up on the chat since I put the thing on the charger. It's way over there and I can't see it as easy.
I don't know. I think it's cross match because I got XP for jumping in that this round. And it gave me like a ton of XP. Good boy, Alice. Good boy.
Okay. Man, those turned out pretty.
Hey, haystacks here. Haystacks here.
Spot's got a question or comment here that I need to check it. I need to look into. Okay, but let me go back up. I love that one. Okay, cool beans. Jelly jar. Okay, the jelly jar thing. Okay, that's where I was. It might be where. Okay. Are you putting a little note on the tag telling how it's so old and where it came from? Spot, I do. I don't actually put it usually with the glass. I call it like 100-year-old glass dump glass or glass, you know, whatever. But I do have a little sign that I leave some of my stuff down at our local coffee shop. And like, especially when that all-class reunion came through here and I was playing music and working my regular job and tending bar and like everything, like I think I slept like 7 hours that weekend. So that's a great way for me to move some product and make an extra few bucks, but not actually have to be physically present there and doing it. So I leave a lot of my stuff down at a local coffee shop. And since I'm not physically there to say, you know, check out this glass is like over 100 years old and it, you know, I find it locally, and since I'm not there to pitch the product physically, I do have a little like ID card thing printed up that says, you know, I'm Prairie Girl Rocks. This is locally collected material. This is locally collected glass over 100 years old from glass dumps. And but I literally basically say it's a trash dump, LOL. Like you were saying, I do basically come right out and say that. I mean, that's really what it was to them, was their trash. I mean, and it's okay. Something cool to have with the item. Usually if I can label my little tag, I do. So like if it's, for example, if it's an agate cabochon, I do try to write agate on one side of it and the price on the other. So I don't recall if I did that on those or not for the glass. One of them sold before I even got there. Becca had everything set up and I had to work my other job the same time. Like, you guys don't even get it. Like, played music the night before, got up and went to my other job, stopped by, and Becca had already sold one of the glass pieces that I had on the table. So, I don't recall if I'd labeled the other one that I took out of the bag and put up on this thing. Anyway, a good idea, Spot. We will do that in the future for sure. Have you, Al?
That's kind of goofy.
I'm getting, I think, ready to do some UV cabs because stuff was so exciting to people under the black light. I think you can see that uranium glass glow. Yes, it was labeled. Okay, very good. Thanks, Becca. You can see that uranium glass glow from like across the room, right? Like it is in your face. And so I think it might be kind of exciting. I don't have any just uranium glass out on our table. Blue and green glass. Like super thick for like insulators, Al, or like
sorry about that. That was
like
that
just
was an assumption.
like this blue and green glass.
I think we should stop getting
Just
mad at each other for
curious.
making assumptions such as my health is
Anyway, I think, like I say, you would see if you put a UV light up on a piece of uranium glass, you're going to see that thing glowing across the room. And I think that anybody who is across the room and sees that, old broken bottles. Awesome, Al. Do you have a cabbing machine, Al? Or a flat lap? That's what I'm using, is my cabbing machine and my flat lap. I don't have special glass tools. Yeah, but they weren't mining sites. They're literally were like, they were either farmhouse dumps or they were like literally the old town dump is where I'm hunting at for the glass. So it is I just, like I say, like people know around here that they, you know, you go dig out in the fields, they put the stuff somewhere, you know, people know that there's dump sites out here. You could try it. It's fun. I actually really like it, Al. You never know, you might really like it as well. So just like I say, if you want to try it, that's all I'm using. I'm not using any special tools. I try to start with a piece that's kind of cabby shape and just kind of let it tell me what shape it wants to be. You know, I've obviously got some that are bigger than cab size that you can cut with your diamond saws. I cut it with my 6-inch trim saw, and I haven't had anything really explosive or terrifying happen. So aren't you sending these to sell at craft fair? Yes, I am, unless you guys are like, dibs on this one, I want it now, don't take it to the craft fair. Then by all means we could do something for you. These as well, these are all going in a bowl and going.
I can't find you.
So yeah, like I say, when there isn't a craft show around, I have some stuff set up at the local coffee shop. And when there are craft shows around, Becca's been helping me out because I'm already like,
yeah, we're chilling.
Trying to be in 3 places at once on most days. So right, Spot, for sure. So like I say, I do have a little sign that says that it's found locally, that it's, you know, coming out of, you know, 100-year-old sites. I can't remember exactly how I had it worded, but It's as diplomatic as I suppose a prairie girl could be. It's as tactfully worded as I think I probably could do. Some crazy quartz tumbling right now, says Al Gold. Awesome, Al. Looking forward to seeing the finished results there. Some of these turned out so cool.
God dang it, Bobby.
This one's got some pink and red in it. Again, you guys, I'm not the most serious or perfection-driven tumbler you'll ever see. We know better than to try to do this, don't we? I just want them shiny. I want them pretty. I want to be able to see, there's one in here that I didn't realize that it had agate on it until now. And I've taken it out of here, washed it, put it back in the tumbler. How many times? At least 4 times between the grits. There it is. And I never noticed that there's a little agate bloop on top of this until it came out of this last grit. How cool is that, you guys? Big golden agate blop right on top. So again, if you were really serious about your tumbling, you would probably not have put some of these in here even to start with. And you would probably not be happy with some of the, let's see. Some of these, this has got some parts here that aren't all the way tumbled. Some chipping and bruising and things in it that if you were a perfectionist about your tumbling, you wouldn't let that fly. Why, thanks, Rufo. Oh, yeah, for sure, Spot. Presentation, well, you've seen some of the packages and things that I've done. So presentation is definitely important. I try to keep everything labeled and looking neat as best I can. So we'll pull some of these out of here until we get kind of a spot where we can. Kind of looking at them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, go start your tumbler, Rufo, for sure. I like the spots in the side of that one. Like I say, some people, if you were really, really, really serious about this stuff, you wouldn't let that fly. But I don't mind. I think they're beautiful, even if they're a little bit flawed here and there. I like this one a lot. Look at all the pink colors in that one.
I'll try to in just a second. But currently, I'm struggling with ammo.
Of course, reds and pinks
Anybody got ammo?
aren't my camera's favorites.
I honestly think we should kind of separate out a bit. So if I could get out of this trap Dylan made for me.
He's been doing pretty good, but he's kind of sneaking up again.
No, I'm sorry. I just got boxed in.
You're doing pretty good. Don't start getting too noisy on me. Thank you. No way mine are going to look nice. You'll be okay. This one and this one and this one were some saw trimmings off of a piece that I tried to make some jewelry out of. I don't even know if I ever successfully got there or not. I don't remember. Focus. But they did come from the same piece of wood. They were just some little trimmings and nubs and ends and stuff. Like I say, if you were serious, you'd go back, you'd make sure you got all this stuff. But and Rebecca actually said something about 1 or 2 of these that just are flat. They're not really polishy. They're kind of dull, flat. And she was like, oh no, do they need to go back? And I was like, oop, well, I guess we're done looking at that one. No, I found it. Do we need to go back? She said, and I was like, There are some of these, especially in this color, I've noticed that no matter what you do, they're never going to get polishy. That one's, I mean, it's really not bad, but
Contributing to his annihilation.
especially in petrified wood. I'm sure that there's a lot of other rocks. Like that one kind of has some flatness to it. I'm sure there's lots of other rocks too that just don't polish, just don't get shiny. But there are some petrified woods in particular that just won't. They just stay dull. Boy, some of these little pieces are even super punch packy. They're packing a punch. Ooh, the focus.
You guys got this. You guys got this.
Hey, son.
I don't know how to help
Oh
you.
my goodness. Wish my house was bigger so I could get a little farther away from him. That one's super cool.
You got this, Austin.
At least he's being nice. He's like encouraging his pal. You got this, buddy.
I see this.
This one's super pretty.
I know. I see it. You got this, Austin. Build if you want.
That's cool.
All right. Maybe use your razor gun on that board.
Hey, Caden?
Yeah?
I wondered what this noise was earlier, and I think I just pinpointed it. I think a heater just came on in your brother's room. Would you please go shut that off?
Yep.
Thank you.
I already died, so I have a bit of free time. Austin, you got this!
I thought I was hearing things earlier, but... Focus, please. Ooh, look at all of that.
Yeah, Trevor and I just heater on.
He did, didn't he? Thank you.
You guys still there?
He doesn't pay the power bill,
Good try.
so he doesn't think about shutting stuff like that off. Ooh. Mom really liked this one. I think Becca really liked this one too. I might give it to her. She could have this one.
Honestly, guys,
Again, that kind of white color, it doesn't always get super shiny. It doesn't always really take a polish.
I say the only reason we didn't get it.
All right, let's see.
Is because we didn't have a sword.
Packing material left over. I'm going to make a tumbler box. Keep it quiet. Awesome. Good plan, Rufo. Is it normally softer? Is that what like make the little undercut lines? Like there was one that was quite undercut. Where'd it go? Right in there. And yes, I did find all of these spot. The high contrast ones are super pretty. Yeah, I like them too. This one actually is really, really pretty as far as high contrast goes because it's not just white on black, but the white has a lot of like pink in it as well. I don't know if you can see all the pink in it.
Agreed.
So as far as super high contrast pieces go, that one is kind of a stunner. Oh, they hear you right now on my live, I'm sure. Just think about that. Let's see, there's a nice one. I like them when they're long like that. I don't know why. I think because they make a neater sound when they're longer. Again, that one, not a super high glossy finish on the white part. And, you know, some stuff that really, really serious tumblers probably wouldn't tolerate, but I don't mind. I like them. Oh, I like the end on this one, guys.
That is actually true. We're in this spot. Boys, we got this.
Hey there, Gio.
I just gotta glue them. Let's go.
Well, you can keep listening to us while you do your honey-do list too, if you'd like to. I'm guilty of doing that quite often.
Austin, we can trade literally nothing.
Watching everybody reading the chats as they go by, but I've got gloves on and I'm, soaking wet up to my elbows and I'm, polishing something. And it's like, oh, by the time I got dry and went to go leave the comment, the subject has changed and it's no longer relevant. So sometimes I'm just lurking too while I'm doing things, listening and watching the chat.
Guys, destroy the staircases and then we can just leave them in here and murder them.
Cool. Glad you could join us. So we reloaded the tumbler last night after we emptied this load out and washed it up. And I put, again, all of my local rocks in there. I actually think I did exactly that. I know I have a couple more, like I say, from Jeff that I want to get done. And I have, these are brothers, like I say. I have some more of his stuff, and he never did get around to polishing it. He was going to, but he never did get around to polishing it. And I might just throw his stuff in a tumbler load and surprise him. Be like, turder, it's polished. I mean, not on the flat lap, but at least it's polished. Ugh, focus is going to be a struggle because I put all of these in here all at once. It's okay. Wondering if I got my big hand in the way, if that would be helpful. But my nails, oh, you guys, can you tell that I've been doing a lot of cabbing? And it's not even my nails. I've been doing okay there, but the like talc powder that you make out of rocks and glass and stuff that gets into the cracks of your skin and just dries you out. I don't need to explain to you guys. You guys know why I look like I do. You know why my fingers are rough. I like the white ones. That one's really pretty on the end too. Can we get it to focus?
What's on his tongue?
A little bit, but now we're getting so out of the light. It's okay. Here's a contrasty one. By the way, Rebecca, White Rock Dave got back to me about the polishing grit. And we will, I'll send that link your way. This one's pretty. It's almost got like a navy blue. Right. Oh, where is the focus? If I had another hand to touch it now. Okay. Well, I have lots of grit still to get you going on your next. I still have enough to get you going, so you're okay. You've got more than a week to get it ordered and get it here. You're okay. That one's pretty. I like that. Boy, we're getting down there now.
Lord have mercy, boys.
That one's cute. Just moving through them now, guys. Just about got her. That's pretty. Really pretty.
Guys, anybody got shotgun ammo? That they can give away?
You can do it, focus. There we go.
I
Ooh.
forgot we got the mats.
That looks really pretty on camera. Hmm. How about mods? Anybody got a wrench? You might need to think about keeping an eye out. Good morning, whoever that is. Leave a like, please.
Guys, I'm getting murdered down here.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I like it too.
I don't have the mats for it.
Things that make you say, Thanks, Jill.
So did I.
Thank you, chubby hubby. Let me know if you need more power. Does anybody need more power? Let me know in the chat if you need more power. Look at that little cutie. He's got a funny shape and everything. All right, let's grab them. Ooh, we've still got this one, and it's actually like turned out to be one of my favorites. I like that one. Sorry, Rufo. See if we can make it focus
I need that ammo.
better.
Oh, there's no ammo here.
Yeah.
But I saw shotgun ammo and I need shotgun ammo.
That one's pretty. Look at the colors in that one. Reds and stuff in there. That one's like a lot agate-y.
Yeah, shotgun ammo.
That one's pretty. Ziggity zaggity. Handful of littles there. Was it something about stones? I wasn't real sure, Rufo. Your guess is as good as mine, maybe even better than mine. For sure, probably better than mine. I'm gonna do the thing. Take you guys for a ride. Yeah, I didn't know. It didn't look like anything about rocks. I'm gonna be honest. So, but I don't know. It is the best. We can't agree more. Oh, I might have pushed it too long on this hair thing. Might have let it get a little dry. Let's see if I can fix you guys here a little bit. Oh no. All in Indonesian. Well, hello, I said. We're just scared of new people. Skeptical. We're skeptical around here.
Mainly one, because nothing will spawn over here for the most part. So we don't even have to worry.
How in the world, I want to know, Rufo, do you even have an idea?
I'm also on British.
Indonesian, Thainesian. How do you even have a clue? They're saying the piece in Indonesian is the best I see now. How? Okay, do you actually like have a clue, or is it all like Google Translate? Ouch, I'm sitting on my hair. Or were you doing like a Google Translate? Google Translate says Geo Rocks. Interesting, huh? Yeah. And yeah, good morning, Bear. How are you? I couldn't have even started to guess. All right. So I said it's senior night. I said that we would try to do something with this
all in
with this mop. That way I don't get all like lost in my rock world and be not ready for tonight.
Yeah.
I talked to Rebecca before I started the live, and she was like, "What in the world? How do you plan on getting 8 of those dang things up in your hair? What are you doing, Princess Leia?" Not quite. Really, really not quite. Uh-oh, I might be breaking that hair tie. Did I break it? No. Oh, shh, Bear's at work. Well, thanks for stopping in, Bear. Bear's just listening. Looking in every once in a while. Okay, so I'm gonna start this whole chaos with what looks really ridiculous. This little like bump. Yeah, that should do. We're gonna start with this Viking bump. So we're doing a hair tutorial, by the way, if you haven't been here. And just because, why not? I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We get a chance to visit and chat while I get ready for my night tonight. Yeah. Well, I usually don't do a whole lot with it, Angie, so it's not hard to ignore, I guess. Yeah, that might be a bit much. Let's see. Take that much of it.
So what's that? Austin. It's a fully new chain gun.
Get this, guys.
I could, yeah. Good enough.
All right. Let's see. Let's go that way with it. Yeah. Angie ignores the hair. That's okay. And Rebecca wants to know how I'm going to get 8 of these damn things up in here and look like a human being in the end. Then we might have to redo that one. We'll see if we can make it work.
Agreed.
Yeah, so that was like super interesting that I told everybody in the meteorite group that we might be meeting Rufo tonight, and then there was some other like super really nice guy on there. That was fun. Jeremy, I think was his name. Like I say, you guys will have to go watch a video. Jeremy had quite the spiel for us.
Oh.
It was very nice. Oh, well, thanks, Angie. I don't ever really put a whole lot of time into how I look or what's going on here, but I should try tonight. It's senior night. I walk my boy onto the field. He gives me a rose. And I've always kind of said, like, if you take more than, 20 minutes to get ready, you're probably wearing too much makeup has always kind of been my slogan, and I kind of have the same attitude about my hair and things too. Like, it shouldn't take forever.
Well, now.
So by the way, if you guys ever wondered if you've got like 4.5 foot long hair and you wonder what the heck you do with it and how, here you go. Quick, easy hair tutorial.
Does the other kid have a sword? He does.
Like I said, I'm not so sure I love that first one. We might make it work. Look, I think we will even
level up. Let's go.
put a bobby pin right there. I never even know. Yep. Okay, so we got this big old wicked crazy looking bun going on here.
Honestly, I'm gonna let our teammate carry for a minute.
It's not gonna matter even if I try. Whoops, I let that one rip across the kitchen. It's windy out again today. Boy, was it windy yesterday. Woo-hoo, you guys. It was wrecking stuff.
Dylan, is that you?
And might have to get this one into two. Let's see.
I'm sorry, gotta switch material. So let's kind of build it farther away a bit. A spot. If she likes rocks, let me know. We might need to be friends. What was it? Oh.
That's
yes.
funny. You should have definitely asked. Said Scarlett if she likes rocks. It could be good icebreaker. Hey, I couldn't help but notice you were wearing a shirt that says, "But will it take a polish?" How serious are you about that statement? I'm curious. Okay. Ta-da. I hope it looks kind of okay because we're rolling with it. Like I say, it isn't really going to matter because the wind's blowing out there like crazy. We'll fix this one little curl here. We'll stick a little bobby pin in him. And then I'll stick a little shiny rock in there.
How does one squint like a bird?
Ta-da! I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm about to die, actually. Sorry, friend. Because I'm not able to get out of this crowd.
Oh, that was sweet. Oh.
That's good for you and me, I suppose.
We're supposed to do our homework, our meteorite homework. You should do t-shirts that say, "You rock," yes. Our meteorite homework is to look up something we did not know about meteorites, some kind of an interesting story about meteorites, something, just anything. We're supposed to, it's like meteorite minutes. We're supposed to keep it like under 2 minutes, our story, okay?
Do we still have it?
And I have a bit of a fascination with New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand in particular, but Australia would be cool to see as well. But so I thought, I don't know a lot about New Zealand's meteorites. Islands in particular are not usually hot spots for finding meteorites because it's like hitting a target this big, and it's more often the bigger continents are getting hit than islands are. And when islands get hit, usually those meteorites are, hey, just a second. Hey, son, I love you lots. Will you please be quiet? Oftentimes on islands, when they do find meteorites, they were witnessed falls. And so I was curious. I was like, I don't know if I've ever heard of a meteorite from New Zealand even. Maybe I should look into that. And there are a couple that are interesting. There's one that came through a roof and landed on a couch. Beautiful oriented stone. And there was another one that was really interesting to me. It fell in, I think, 1809. And I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Makoi, maybe? Anybody from there have a clue? Look it up and help me pronounce it, please. It fell in like 1809, and then there was a newspaper article published about it, about seeing it come from the direction of the sun. It's so much like Chelyabinsk did, and then bull lighting, and then them hearing the sonic booms and stuff. And it's interesting because it's just a really short little newspaper article, but it gets like right to the point. Like, we thought what we heard was carriages. We thought what we heard was the tram. Things like that. So it was kind of interesting. What did
You're able to
Spot
live
say?
outside of the
You
sun,
have
bro.
this.
If you
How you
Batman
smooth
came
talker,
up-
Chubby Hubby. Exactly right.
Yeah, Dylan, I should have said it, but I was suggesting you use your sword to get back in.
We need the
Late, by
couch
way.
meteorite.
It's,
There's been a couple like just in recent, like I think it was like only just a couple years ago, one fell in Canada, like just right near me, and landed on the lady's pillow on her bed. So, and it actually kind of terrified her at first. She was, and then she realized how absolutely amazing and lucky that of a thing that is. So I do gotta fix that hair just a smidge, but I'm not worried about it right this second.
Yes.
Be pretty easy, quick fix. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of my meteorite homework was to find out something about the meteorite, by the way, that they witnessed it. They saw it at like noon, high noon. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Allison, these Campo Day meteorites they sell on Amazon, real or fake? I don't know. Professor Pat Brown on the meteorite crew has purchased some of that stuff just to see. And I remember them having a conversation about the Campo dates yellow that they purchased on Amazon, but I don't remember what they determined. I think he said it was actually real. But I don't remember. Anyway, this meteorite in New Zealand, noon, like 12:09, they saw it in the daytime, which is extraordinary. And like I say, it made a big sonic boom. But what's interesting, they and it fell mostly on one farmer's farm, and they were able to collect pieces of it. It's a carbonaceous meteorite, which is probably very closely related to the OSIRIS-REx samples that we just got back. They are high in carbon. They are very carbonaceous. So carbonaceous meteorites are really rare. Because when they fall, if we don't get them immediately, they kind of just deteriorate into mud balls and just kind of are absorbed into the Earth's environment. So they're very fragile. They're very friable.
How much is,
but yeah, isn't that kind of cool? I just thought that was interesting that way back in like 1809, they were writing in a newspaper article about this daytime event that rocked their worlds, and then that later they were able to retrieve it, and I think that's kind of cool. So it doesn't happen every day. We don't get a carbonaceous meteorite every day, and we don't get one that causes a sonic boom and is witnessed by people in the daytime, especially, very often. Do they fizz? Maybe just a little bit, but not in the same way that like pop rocks do. Chubby hubby. Have you ever put a piece of dino bone or a piece of something that's really porous in water, and it kind of bubbles and you can even kind of hear it sometimes as it's blowing little air bubbles past the water? It'll kind of make little noises. Carbonaceous meteorites may do that, but you know what? I'm not going to try it and find out. Yeah, it is exactly like storm chasers, Spot. I know some of those people. They are my friends in real life. Well, I mean, as much as you guys may or may not be, but I visit with them on a weekly basis. We're getting together on these Zoom meetings on a weekly basis. I chat with them outside of the meteorite meetings on our personal, Facebooks or text messages or whatever, right? But yes, they are literally buying a plane ticket as fast as they can, getting to wherever these events have happened and hoping to get them scooped up off the ground as fast as you can, because the Earth's elements immediately go working on meteorites, and the less affected they are by our environment, the more valuable they are to science. So yes, I know a lot of people who are just like storm chasers. As soon as they get that Doppler radar data that indicate what direction this thing was going and where it may have possibly landed, they're on the ground doing the footwork, knocking on people's doors, handing out flyers, trying to get there as fast as they can and get them scooped up before it rains on them, or before, they're lost forever. So sometimes they're very successful in doing that, and more often than not, they're not successful. So Spot, I got a vision that I saw Allison going to Canada. Yeah, exactly. They do. They whine. maybe even as they're blowing bubbles, rocks do. Yeah, sometimes rocks can make some noise. I think they're happy when they make noises like that. Yeah, my dog has crossed the border more times than I have. We've been standing at the border and she'll cross and I'm like, ooh, you little rebel. Yeah, if anything like that happened really close, I would have to go check it out. The thing about Canadian meteorites is they belong to the Canadian government until they say otherwise, and so it's up to them if they're super significant. They may rather not let you have it. If they're, you know, kind of a dime a dozen, they may let you take it. So blue opalized petwood, what about it? Figured out what the mystery blue rock did I show it today, Angie? Blue rock, mystery blue rock? I don't think so. Did you? Did I miss a video, Angie? Did you put out a video about it, Angie? Or are we talking about your rock? There's been one meteorite known to hit a dog. If I can think of the name of it really quick. And some of my meteorite nerds, honest to God, have named their dogs this.
Guys, I'm getting
I can't think of the name of it.
Yes. I love the multiplier bones.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it. One that I cut and sent a piece to Karen. A eureka moment? Well, that's cool. If we can have a eureka moment in the chat, that's okay. That's okay. I wish I could think of the name of that dang meteorite. Look, I'm tempted to pop another window open and see if I can find it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. Thanks for hanging out, even though I'm a nerd. Yeah, I love those eureka moments when even if it was like, ooh, I should have known, but even if it's kind of more of a duh moment than a like I should have known that. Hey man, you'll remember it next time.
So do I.
Opalized petwood, huh? I love opalized petwood. It's so pretty. And petwood's fun underneath of the UV, but if it's got a little opal in it, it's real fun under the UV. It's okay. I'm weird. We don't need to apologize, I don't think, for being weird. In fact, I mean, soak it up. I like it, Angie. I like your weirdness. I like Chubby Hubby's weirdness too. His videos, oh my goodness, you guys.
Nice.
Something about a t-shirt too that I saw, but I missed it because I was trying to get in here and do this. I'll have to go back and look a little bit. I do have a little bit of time to myself this afternoon before things get busy. So I put a new rock in the saw. Like I say, I finished cutting one. It had a lot of feldspar in it. It's not necessarily the prettiest thing. Thank you, Angie. I love you too. I love all of you guys. You guys are great.
Build boys.
I've had a jade palm stone I'm looking at trying to figure if I should cut it. Oh boy. Sometimes
I realized that we were moving.
Sometimes you think in your mind, oh, I want to cut that. And you actually go to the saw and go to put it in the vise and you're like, you can't find a good way to get it in there, you know, like just some rocks are made to be cut and others are just a struggle, a challenge. And even if you could decide how to cut it, or even if you were like, I don't even care if you can get it in the vise, cut it however you can. Sometimes it's just like, oh my goodness, it just won't go in there. So sometimes when you figure it out, you think you have it figured out, you walk up to the saw and you're like, there goes that plan. Is opalizing and silicated or agatized all the same thing? Not quite. Almost, but not quite. I am not super certain about silicated, but agatized things, it's a mineral replacement, but it's and agates, agates are microcrystalline quartz. So when things are agatized, that is, it's just like quartz. It's the same stuff as quartz, just that the cell structure is so tiny that you can't hardly even see it under a microscope. You can't see it with your naked eye. So, I'm gonna die over here now. I gotta plug this one in. So agate is a microcrystalline quartz, also is jasper and some things like that. Hey son,
Yeah,
is that plugged in on the other end? No, please plug it in, please, please, please hurry.
it is.
Oh, I don't think it is.
You're right. My bad.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate you.
Crap, I'm in the storm.
Where opal is kind of the same idea, except the opals are circular in shape when they're stacked up in their structure. So the circles, depending on the size and arrangement of the circles in the opal, is depending on what kind of color flash it has. So or is what creates the flash that it has. It, to the best of my descriptive abilities there on the spot, since you didn't really give me time to look that up and prep any kind of an explanation for it. Okay, so right, and like, okay, and energy, I'm not super sure what about silicate. I'm not super familiar on how to even describe that term. I've heard it used a lot. Could probably even use it in a sentence, but I probably couldn't give you a good detailed explanation. In my mind's eye, it works a lot like fossilization, where it is replacement minerals and things happening, but I can't articulate it in a good way. I barely could do what I just did. That was rough.
Aerialist, let's go.
Take care, Gio. I'm glad you had fun looking at them with us. I'm excited to get in there and like really look at them myself. I haven't got to yet. They're always different. Like, we emptied the tumbler last night, so they're always different under the kitchen lights and the lights in the light box, and then versus like the sunshine. So folk songs saying silicated negatized. What?
Hey, is this the last round?
What? You might have to share that in the Discord, chubby hubby. I like music. I like music a lot. And
You're right, man.
in fact, Sue, my friend Sue in the meteorite community, she puts together a playlist that they listen to when they're on their way to the gem show, and it's all space themed or meteorite themed songs. And I found one just this morning that was, I actually really liked it. It kind of touched on that kind of an idea. So rock themed songs too, like, I'm all about that. Even if it's a little odd, I'm all about that. Okay, I'm confused. Well, gem silica is calcinoid or what? Yeah, don't get me confused, guys. Don't do that to me. Don't hurt my brain. Don't bend me up. Bear bends my brain a lot. Like, I'm okay, and then just burp, like a complete 90. Thanks, Bear. Just messed me up for the day. No, I like it when he does it though, because he's usually right on point. So I appreciate it. But yeah, ooh, you start talking about some of that, how, yeah, you guys, it can get pretty deep. And what are you into? Are you into agates? Because if you're into agates, you're probably more knowledgeable on how like the water lines are formed and how they shift in things over time and than I am. If you're more into fossils, you're going to know more about how things are mineralized or permineralized than maybe the rest of us do. So yes, I am confused about you, chubby hubby. Yes, I am. You're kind of slippery. Right about the time I think I got you figured out, you put out a new video and You bend my brain. You make me laugh. So yes, I am confused, but I like it. I'm exhausted, but I'm happy. Don't make an old lady learn all this stuff. Again, Angie, learn what you're interested in and kind of, I mean, get this, guys. Like, I've been going to the meteorite meetings now. Gosh, I can't even tell you guys how long I've been participating in Topher Spin meteorites. 4 years. I can't even. Oh, it's been a long time. And Pat always, I love you, Bear. Thank you for bending my mind. I appreciate it. He does cross polarized light. I've showed you guys that once on my channel. Some cross polarized light, and it just makes the colors pop. Okay, so he's showing us some stuff in cross-polarized light, and he was explaining that these chondrules are oxidized by Earth's environment, and therefore cause them to have this rusty color, and this rusty color bleeds and doesn't. And it just smacked me upside the head. I was like, oh my gosh, Pat, I have been here for years, and you've showed me this 100 times, and just like all of a sudden the light went off, and ding, it made sense to me. I mean, how did it not make sense before? If I'm nodding in agreement all these years, thinking I've got a total understanding of what's happening here, and then just all of a sudden it clicked to me and it made more sense. So it doesn't hurt to always kind of brush up on some of that stuff, refresh, hear what each other has to say, because one person might actually word that or just say it on the right time of the right day where it just clicks, and it just never did before. So nuh-uh, chubby hubby, you're pulling my leg. You guys, go check out chubby hubby. Angie's been putting some videos out lately too. Al as well. Al's been doing some sales and stuff. I did too, and you just never know about I'm talking to Bear in the chat here. He says, I love those light bulb moments. Angie. Oh, so like I was saying though, Al's doing some stuff. Hopefully the podcast crew is feeling better, and did they make a video and I missed it? You guys have been so busy. I don't even having a hard time keeping track. Oh. Oh yeah, there you go, Bear. Way to throw that wrench around.
For me.
And I've had some content too that you should probably be warned before watching, but you know what? Oh well. Yeah, I don't think you can edit me. I don't think you can contain me. So why? And Chubby Hubby, I love the surprise of it all. Actually, it just like it's so left field and surprising. Why not go in unprepared? Get sideswiped. He is a little sassy, isn't he? Yeah. Definitely. Oh my goodness, you guys. I can't read the comments, you guys. How am I can't read them. It might get messy. Clean it up, Chubby Hubby. Clean this dirty chat up. This chat got dirty. Clean it up, Chubby Hubby. Let's clean it up. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, so we got all kinds of stuff going on. There are some more shows coming up, some more craft shows and stuff coming up. So I'm constantly just building stuff. If you guys fell in love with one of these cabs today and you just gotta have them, let me know. We'll work something out. Otherwise, they're getting priced and sent for sale. Same goes with some of the tumbled rocks there. I think I got like one or two that I'd like to pick out and keep for myself. But if you're like, hey, I gotta have a tumbled petrified wood, then by all means, yeah. And go check out Rocky Mountain Bear too. We're still waiting for him to put out a new video, but no pressure, Bear. No pressure. Yeah, but that thing you just mentioned, Rocky Mountain Bear, you know, the bedpan, we could put our rocks in there. If we don't use it for other things, we could fill it up with rocks. I'd never have enough storage for my rocks. Always something to put rocks in is always welcome around here. No, it ain't big enough for all my rocks. You guys are great. Okay, so this device where I'm reading the chat over here is powering down in 2% because the whole time I thought it was charging and it wasn't. So we're probably gonna vamoose here shortly. Go do the thing, you guys. Go check out Angie's videos, see what she's been up to. Check out Chubby Hubby, see what he's been up to. Owl Gold, like I say, he's been doing some stuff. Check that out. The podcast and Karen, always go watching her and checking that stuff out.
Oh my god, is that Skibbity Toilet?
Yeah, if you missed the last video of mine, go check it out because Rebecca holding the horny toad is hilarious. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay, she says. Yeah, lots going on, lots to always be entertained with. I really do think, I'm gonna warn you guys, I really do think that was probably the last really good outdoor video I have for you guys. We did go out one more time after that. Rebecca got a metal detector. I've got a metal detector. She wanted to know if she is okay. She says in the chat she is okay. She wanted to know if I could teach her how to use it. Her detector is a little bit different than mine, and I don't know if I was really a lot helpful to her in learning how to use it, except for like just go out and give it a try. You'll kind of figure it out as you go along. But she didn't like it. She was not happy. She didn't like it. She's like, I don't like metal detecting. I don't have the patience for it. She'd rather be rock hounding. So I have that video. It's very short. It was windy. It was kind of nasty that day. And I'm like, here we are. Burp, burp. We turn our machines on. We find a hot rock. We find a piece of junk and off she goes. And then later we're like, I didn't like it. So it's not a very long video. It's not even, I don't even know if I'll do anything with it. But so this last one that I just posted might be about that might be the final hoorah for outdoor videos, guys. So we'll probably kind of shift gears and dig in a little bit to, you know, cabbing.
Whatever he's up to.
Oh, hey, will you let Bees in? Thank you. I think she's at the back. I think so. Wire wrapping, jewelry making, cutting things, that kind of stuff. So I'm sad. I'm a little sad that the season's coming to an end, but I've got lots of stuff to play with. We found lots of rocks this year that have got a date with the saw sooner or later. So we'll just move forward in that kind of a direction and that kind of a
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Momentum,
okay,
hopefully.
Here's the thing. We thought okay. I'm gonna return
So
and see what I've got.
we like I say, it's sale time now, so we are focusing on some of that, and I'm telling you guys to go out and do the thing. I was doing that before I got lost on my last rant. So go spread some love. Share some ideas and feedback on the Discord. I see you guys there. I don't always participate in the chats there, but I do check it out from time to time, so that's always fun. I love seeing the shows and tells and things there. I know the snow will be here soon. I don't like your language, Chubby Hubby. You use that S word in my chat one more time and I'm gonna boot you.
But if that tree hadn't broken.
That I'm gonna spell it. It's SNOW. That's the kind of word that's not allowed in my chat. Yeah. So thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, like I say, senior night tonight, so I'm missing Allison. I did, it just got triggered. Oh, speaking of triggered, you guys ever watch Aussie Rock Counting and Adventures? Karen and Courtney, you guys gotta go check them out. Courtney, she's kind of a younger gal, down there, down under they do, and they're on the beach, and she's always poking dead things with the stick and always freaking her mom out, and I love it about her. And she found a crab, and she reaches down to touch this thing. I don't like crabs. They're too much like spiders. I don't like crabs. They're like sea spiders. Okay, so she reaches down to touch this thing, and then it gets up and it runs like sideways, runs, and it's like she lets out a little shriek. And I'm not even joking, you guys. When I watched it the first time on her video, I screamed out loud like a little girl, like and she put a short out on just the crab. If you want to, I knew it was coming, and I still wanted to scream. So I really, I got such a deep kick out of my reaction to that, and also to her video there. Good on her.
No, we got any more.
Oh, the ocean scares me. So yeah, I think the Discord app likes me. Dislikes you or likes you? It must dislike you. I wondered about you there for a minute, Barry. You were like MIA for a minute. So yeah, maybe you should, so that we don't wonder if you're okay. Checking in on you, my friend. How are you doing? You guys will have to check in on me in the winter months. Like, seriously, no joke. Like, make sure I'm doing okay. Okay, when it gets like December, even all the way up into like March and April, make sure I'm doing okay. Okay, guys. Check on your accounting friends and make sure they're okay come the winter months. reassure each other that this too shall pass and will not last forever. Oh goodness. Anyways, yeah, do the thing, spread the love. You guys want to do the song? Should we do the song? I think we should. I think it's about time, because I've got a hankering to go finish cutting that rock, and I don't know if it's really worth getting into. If it gets, I mean, it's nice. It's got some like pink and purple and blue, but I just don't know if it's even worth bragging about a whole lot. If it gets prettier as I cut into it, we'll talk about it next week, and I'll share some pictures and stuff. But otherwise, we'll just kind of finish chopping that one up and throw the next one in, and maybe the next one I'll be more excited about. Again, just because it's not my favorite doesn't mean that somebody out there won't love it. So we will talk about probably sooner or later. I'll show it. Excuse me, show it sooner or later. But for now, yeah, we'll get to slinging some oil. Oh, there went the chat. We'll get to slinging some oil, and it's dead. And senior night tonight, and I'll be around this weekend for the videos, because there's no band gig this weekend. We had a new guitar player. He was a lot of fun. Okay, before we go, we invited a new guitar player to join us this last weekend and play with us, and so it's his first time playing a lot of these songs. And he was, after almost every song, he was like, "That was a lot of fun, you guys." And then we'd play the next song. "That was a lot of fun too. Oh, I really had a lot of fun on that song, you guys. Turns out I had a lot of fun on this one too. This one was fun too. They're all fun," he says. So he was having a lot of fun. It was really fun to watch him have fun. It was fun to meet him. I gave him a lot of crap. I was like, "You're doing really good, but hey man, don't forget to smile." And then in the next set, he looked up at me. He was over there paying, studiously studying what Cole was doing and paying attention. And he looked up and he saw me and he smiled a little bit. So It was fun. It was fun to play with him, and he's invited to come play with us.
Yeah,
Not
no,
this
of course
weekend,
it's
but
not.
next weekend. So
It's not
hopefully
gonna be that way
he's-
because they have.
he'll be even better and even more fun to
It's
play
not
with
gonna be that way
because
because
that,
they
it's
have
always
to make
fun.
it the
It's
entire
always
month.
fun to
They're
have
not
it.
able to add
Another
up
guitar
new
player. It
updates.
helps
They have
take
to
a little
make
bit of the
the
pressure off
one
of
thing
all of
update
us.
and
Gives
make it
Cole a
even
chance to
update.
solo. Gives me a chance to, I don't have to play quite so. I don't have to be quite so foundation-y. I can lighten up a little bit if there's another somebody there to help be the foundation of the band. So anyway, lots of fun. I'll be there this weekend though with the podcast, and maybe I'll dip in and out of Kyle's stuff. I really work hard on Kyle's live sales. I am usually there, but I'm usually really into my project while he's doing his thing. So spread the love. Go watch all of our friends. Leave some nice comments, and thank you all for hanging out here. We'll do the song. Pretty rocks out on the prairie, pretty rocks are everywhere, pretty rocks for us to look at, pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one and a blue one and a green one and a yellow one, and they all are very pretty, and they all are everywhere. Thank you guys. We'll do it again soon. See you around. Have an awesome rest of your week.
I actually didn't know they were able to break stuff that we placed.